Two Ghanaians, Azubila Emmanuel Salam and Jonathan Alomaso, have petitioned President John Dramani Mahama to remove the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Jean Adukwe Mensa, her deputies and some managers for gross inconsistencies and inefficiencies in the declaration of the 2020 presidential election results, the missing biometric verification devices and registration kits, disenfranchisement of SAL residents in the 2020 elections in the UT region, and double and triple declaration of parliamentary results in some constituencies, as well as multiple declaration of 2020 presidential results, coupled with recorded video during presidential election declarations. Now, my colleague Kwame Ochijina KOJ has joined me in studio with some of the things they've outlined in that petition. KOJ, what exactly are the concerns of these two Ghanaians? Right,
so they are talking about some inconsistencies with regards to some figures in the 2020 elections, a number of people who died in the 2020 elections as well. One, they talked about registration figures from Ashanti region in 2020 were manipulated and changed at the EC headquarters by increasing the numbers of registrants, a sign of incompetence or unprofessionalism or deliberate attempt to manipulate in favor of the New Patriotic Party. Again, they said that the 2020 election results were declared through a recorded video without following due process to declare the election results in a live television with all stakeholders present. They also talk about some of the EC officials are politically exposed persons whose presence at the EC is against the principles of fairness and trust of other political parties and the general public. The EC, again, they said that the EC bias statements such as NDC is a threat to Ghana's democracy. 2016 register was full of trees and animals, but the NDC did not complain, and so on, are not statements of a neutral officer. Number 5, the EC negligence and failure to protect the assets of the Electoral Commission, which led to the missing of the BVDs and registration kits under security protection, are contributing to public mistrust and lack of safety of the EC logistics. Again, the unnecessary tension created by the Electoral Commission in the 2024 general elections, where the EC boss alleged that some EC officials declared election results under duress, nearly threw this country into chaos. And of course, we can talk about that of the Ablekuma North constituency, the Tema Central, and that of Soma Dredri and many other constituencies where the NDC contended at courts. Again, they said that Madam Mensa double standard actions on the petition of then minority leader Honorable Harun Edrusu on Techiman South case in 2020 election with regards to Obuasi East and Tema Central case in 2024. The biased attitude of the Electoral Commission led to the NDC boycott of IPAC for close to 2 years, and of course they believe that democracy of our beloved country is not safe in the hands of Madam Jane Mensa and her top officials if they continue to lead the Electoral Commission.
KOJ, grateful for excerpts of that petition. One of the petitioners, Azubila Emmanuel Salam, who is a registered voter, has joined us on the line. Good evening to you. Thank you for your time on 505. So this petition, the timing, why now?
Yeah, good evening and greetings to all your listeners during this event.
What's your interest in sending the petition now?
Yes, as you read, that's exactly what we mean. As a visa in Ghana, we have followed various election processes in the country. We have also followed how other electoral commissioners, starting from Kuja, for example, to Madam Osei, and to this current EC official. We have realized that the action of Madam Mensa and these current EC officials are a big threat to our democracy. We have stated how they started in 2020 when we were to change the old voter register to the new voter register, and how figures even from Ashanti region were doubled and quadrupled in the EC head office. Not even at the Asante regional office, but the EC head of.
Do you have proof to it, or you are only alleging that figures from the Ashanti region were quadrupled in the EC head office? Do you have proof?
Yes, these are factual issues that I'm talking about. There were issues that we raised those days, together with you, the media, and other observers. And actually, the EC came out to accept the fact that, yes, the figures were doubled and quadrupled, but it was a mistake or an error. They promised to come out to change those figures. They came out with a lesser figures than what was alleged. That notwithstanding, when we conducted the 2020 elections, we saw how election results are being declared in this country. Normally, all stakeholders will be seated in a conference center or an open place with you, the media. All stakeholders will be present. The electoral commissioner will come and declare the election results. You are a media, and you can contact all your reporters. If any of them were part of the live election declaration in 2020, it was a recorded video by Madam Mensa, throw it into the media, and that was all. Nobody knows where those declarations are coming from. And we believe that is very unfair. If you are electoral commissioner and you are to declare election, and you go and do recorded video and throw it to the media, and after that, she changed that results more than 3, 4, 5, 6 times. This is a clear sign that she was working for one political party, undermining the election process that Ghanaians went through to vote. And as a voter in this country, I believe Madame Mensa action, the missing of DVDs and registration keys, come to talk of their own utterances. Another political party is a threat to Ghana's democracy.
Who said that?
That was Bosman Asare. He said it to you, the media. It's in records. You can just question. There are public records. Just before this election, we saw the one of the EP spokesperson, one of the deputy directors, coming out to tell us that 2016 election voters register was full of trees and animals, and yet NBC failed to complain about it. The question here is, who are those the EC referring to them as trees or animals? Do we register trees and animals in the election register? We want the electoral commission to come out with those trees. The people he referred to them as trees and animals. And there are so many incidents. After the 2024 general election, you saw what happened. It took a good leadership of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to concede defeat at the early stage to save the peace that we are enjoying today. Left with Madame Mensa and the EP, Ghana could have been in a different situation altogether.
How?
We saw even parliamentary election results, how they handle it, coalition and re-coalition, causing tension in the country. It was more or less a big threat to our democracy at that instance. Why? Because the Electoral Commission came out with false allegations that their officers declared election results under duress. You and I, until now, have not seen any police report from any district saying that they have arrested Mr. A or Mr. B who pulled gun on any of the returning officers to declare election results. But we saw videos indicating that it was an election result that was declared under the protection of state security and everybody. So if you look at the incompetence, missing of DVD machines and registration kits under security protection at the EC, I don't think our country we are safe if in future we do not get a presidential candidate like Bawumia or John Dramani Mahama who can do anything to save the peace of the country, and we get a candidate who is the violent type, and we have a electoral commissioner who is ready to set the country ablaze, I don't think we are safe as a country.
So in effect, you want all those who work at the helm of affairs at the Electoral Commission to be removed?
Exactly. If you look at the EP officials over there, but Manafari is in record. He was a Teston coordinator at Legon. We know one or two, the director of IT. He was a communicator for the MPP. We know. How can we pack an office that's supposed to be a neutral body with one political party sympathizers or active members of that party?
Now,
I believe our democracy has
come up.
We should go beyond
a lot of
having
groups
such
talking
political
about it.
figures
The
or people
NDC
having
petitioned the Council of State at
sitting
that
in
time.
those offices.
Azubila,
yes,
you are not listening to me. I'm saying that this is not the first time this issue is coming up. When the nomination happened, we had various groups, CSOs, raising the concerns. In fact, the Council of State was petitioned by the NDC, and they said that those nominations were made by the president in consultation with the Council of State. How then do you think that this will be different? That something will be done on this petition to remove them based on party lines?
Yes, I believe the president, John Dramani Mahama, is telling every Ghanaian that he is resetting Ghana. I don't believe the president can reset Ghana and leave this rot and this big mistake at the Electoral Commission. So as he is resetting Ghana, we are drawing his attention. If he wants to reset Ghana, he needs to reset our democracy first. And by so doing, he needs to overhaul the Electoral Commission office. And let's find a way of getting neutral people that are having respect in society and their neutrality are not in doubt, to mount such an important office, so that when we are going for election, every political party will have that free mind that yes, if I go to this election and I win based on merit. If I lose based on merit. But to have such political animal in the Electoral Commission who even speak trust more than political party or political leaders, I don't think we can reset Ghana and leave the Electoral Commission with this kind of leadership. So we are calling on the president. We are drawing his attention. The resetting Ghana should not be the economy of the country, should not be resetting Ghana by bringing 24-hour economy and other things and bringing discipline to the country, making law and order, leaving the Electoral Commission that plays a pivotal role with regards to our elections or our democracy. So we believe the resetting should start from the Electoral Commission. That is why we have submitted our petition today to the Chief of Staff in his office, and I believe very soon they will be responding or taking immediate action to make sure we have Electoral Commission that every Ghanaian, including myself and you, our vote will be counted, so that we'll be proud as Ghanaians that yes, indeed, Ghana is a beacon of democracy, and that is our bargain right.
Okay, Azubila, we'll see how this goes in the coming days. Grateful that you've joined us. That's Azubila Emmanuel Salam. He and one other, Jonathan Alomasu, have today, just like you had, petitioned the president to remove the EC chairperson, Mrs. Jane Mensa, her deputies and some managers for gross incompetence and also inefficiencies in the declaration of presidential and parliamentary results in 2020 elections and 2024. I mean, it's becoming the month or the year of petitions. Earlier, we've seen some petitions that have been sent for the removal of the Chief Justice, 3 petitions. She was given 10 days to respond. She's responded to it. Now it's time for the President and the Council of State to deliberate whether a prima facie case has been established